Positive self-esteem is the centerpiece of a healthy personality. It's easy to feel good about yourself when life is going well, but what happens when things don't go so well? The problem with basing self-worth on life circumstances is that circumstances can change. The good news is that lasting self-esteem has less to do with what's going on in your life and more to do with how you interpret it. I read a book on self-esteem by Dr. Matthew McKay and Patrick Fanning that provides a proven program of cognitive techniques for assessing, improving, and maintaining your self-esteem. Self-esteem is essential for psychological survival. Life can be enormously painful, with many basic needs going unmet. One of the main factors differentiating humans from other animals is the awareness of self, the ability to form an identity and then attach a value to it. In other words, you have the capacity to define who you are and then decide whether you like that identity or not. The problem of self-esteem is this human capacity for judgment. It's one thing to dislike certain colors, noises, shapes, or sensations, but when you reject parts of yourself, you greatly damage the psychological structures that literally keep you alive. Judging and rejecting yourself cause enormous pain. And in the same way that you would favor or protect a physical wound, you find yourself avoiding anything that might aggravate the pain of self-rejection in any way. You take fewer social, academic, or career risks. You make it more difficult to meet people, interview for a job, or push hard for something when you might not succeed. You limit your ability to open yourself with others, express your sexuality, be the center of attention, hear criticism, ask for help, or solve problems. To avoid more judgments and self-rejections, you erect barriers of defense. Perhaps you blame and get angry or bury yourself in perfectionistic work. Or you brag or make excuses. Sometimes you turn to alcohol or drugs. How you perceive and feel about yourself can change. And when those perceptions and feelings change, the ripple effect will touch every part of your life with a gradually expanding sense of freedom. The following exercise will help you identify the unspoken rules you've developed to keep your feelings and behavior in line with your core beliefs. Unfortunately, a core belief is so subjective that you cannot test it directly, but you can test the rules derived from it. Flowing from each core belief is a blueprint for how you live your life, how to avoid pain and catastrophe. For example, if you believe that you're a failure, your rules might include the following: never try anything hard, never ask questions, never expect to get ahead, never try out for sports teams, never quit a job, never challenge another's opinion. If you believe that you are unworthy, rules for living might include the following: never ask for anything, always work extra hard, never say no to anything, always strive to be perfect, never admit a fault or mistake, never initiate contact with someone you find attractive. You can identify the rules derived from a particular core belief by completing this exercise. Before we begin, I'd like to go over a basic rules checklist. How would you respond to the following? Dealing with other people's anger, needs, desires, and requests, disappointment and sadness, withdrawal, praise and support, criticism, dealing with mistakes, dealing with stress, problems, and losses, risk-taking, trying new things and challenges, conversations, expressing your own needs, feelings, opinions, anger, pain, hopes, wishes, and dreams, limits and saying no, asking for support and help, being alone, being with strangers, with friends or family, trusting others, making friends to whom you seek, how to act around friends, finding a sexual partner to to whom you seek, how to act with that person, ongoing romantic relationships, sex, work and career, dealing with children, health and illness, recreational activities, traveling, maintaining your environment and self-care. Step 1. Write your core belief at the top of the page. Step 2. Based upon the basic rules checklist that I provided, for each item on the checklist, ask yourself, if my core belief is true, what are my rules for this situation? What must I do or not do? Be honest. Ask yourself, what things do I do to cope with this belief? In what ways do I protect myself from pain and catastrophe in this situation? What feelings or behaviors do I avoid? How am I supposed to act? What are my limits? Your answers define your basic rules for living. Strengthen your new core belief by testing its rules and recording your outcomes in your evidence log. When you have strongly activated one new core belief, start on revising another one. Revising your core belief will contribute greatly to increasing your self-esteem.